Yes, so much like the pets. Okay, I give everyone pat pats. Pat pats.
To guide you in this epic stream, flickering in the twilight. Where does your soul go? Where does it go? Join the family. Phantom fingers on the keys, whispers float like autumn breeze, gaining hard with ghostly ease. Spectral gamers never freeze. Thanks for dying, join the hype. Welcome to our ghostly type. Spooky gameplay, spectral cheer. In the ether, Yurio appears. Yurio appears. Ghost on the internet. Ghost on the internet. Ghost on the internet. Followers grow, we stream, keep watching. watching, it'll be extreme. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Emotes fly across the space, haunted looks you can't erase, virtual chills at a pace, spooky stream you can't replace. In the chat the wisps scream, Spectre Squad the ultimate team, poltergeist with headsets on, laughing till the break of dawn. Thanks for dying, join the hype, welcome to our ghostly type, spooky gameplay, spectral cheer, in the ether Yurio appears. Follow Yurio on Twitch! Ghost on the internet. Ghost on the internet.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's I, Yureo, a ghost on the internet. And today is not necessarily Fear Friday, but we are going to hang the fuck out. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Wait. Did my audio kick out? What the fuck? Or did I just not hear it because I was talking over it? I'm pretty sure I heard it kick out because I was too loud. I'm gonna have to go back and listen because I was hearing me just fine. Well, that's good. I did change my audio a little bit because I am sick and tired of everyone saying that I'm too goddamn quiet in Discord, which is true. I am too damn quiet in Discord, but that's only because my settings don't allow me to be higher than a certain threshold without my audio completely fucking up. So, I'm using a different voice filter. It's voice enhancer now, not just clear. So it's also boosting my audio to make it more hearable for you guys, especially on Discord. So if you have me at a certain level on Discord already, you might have to bring that one down a little bit because I might be a little loud. Regardless, hello everybody. Welcome to Thursday, the day before Friday. I know, crazy, weird. Who would have thought? But yeah. And today's just gonna be a hangout stream. We're just gonna be, doing bro stuff. Hanging out. Ow! Why are we hitting me? What the fuck? I already dropped a shit ton of frames. Thankfully, we're not gonna be playing. Well, I mean, we still could. Hell, if anything, we could just go on itch.io and download a bunch of games and then play that. I'm going to try and make some actual YouTube video content today. So, we'll see what happens. How are you? How many people do I have here? 1. I didn't know if I was able to count that high. That's a big-ass number. Jeez. YouTube content? Yes! That's the goal. At least hopefully. We could react to videos, we could play some video games, we could do all sorts of shit. That's what this hangout stream is for. Just do something real quick. Alright. I ain't going nowhere. You know where I am. All the time. Why are we farting? For no reason. Fuck, if anything, we can go back to Fatal Fury and actually, I could learn. Alright, I was sitting down, editing all day, pretty much. So, yeah. The video is out, by the way, on YouTube. Again, for those of you who are unaware, I bypassed the subscriber alert specifically so that YouTube watches my content. Because for some reason, the algorithm fucks me over, and pretty much everyone who doesn't get at least 10 good views in the first 24 hours or something. I don't know, it's weird. For some reason, YouTube just doesn't like people making content. Who'd have thought? So, yeah. I don't know what to watch though. Or what to do. Again, like I said, we could just go back into Fatal Fury and keep blabbing. And then maybe go online? I don't know. Oh. Alright, that spaghetti didn't hit the bottom too good right now. I'm feeling it. It's trying to wriggle its way back up. That's not good. Ugh. Oy. Jeez. To be fair, I haven't made spaghetti in a long time. And by that I mean ever. Honestly, I don't think I've ever made spaghetti myself. Unless I did like once in college, but that was years ago, so probably not. Either ways, it was nice though. Nice little new thing that I did. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Ah! Aura, activate. Yeah! Oh god. I can't laugh too loud, otherwise it's gonna peak. That's no good. Did you oil the water? Like the boiling water? What? No. Wait, what? Why would I oil the water? That sounds stupid. And also very fucking dangerous. I don't see why anyone would do that. Hello, Arkham. Welcome to the stream. Oh, by the way, you guys didn't get shouted out, did you? Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me do that for you guys. I did shout out Ollie, actually. So now it is his turn. You fucked it up, dude. You screwed it up for the last time. Better luck next time. That's fine. You'll get it. It's been a while. You'll get it.
Okay.
Wait, did it go through? It didn't.
Well, at least if you give me a second, I will do it for free. But if you want to pay it,
Why is it doing it twice?
I will do
And where's the actual shout out?
Okay.
What?
Muna. Ara.
3 times? Oh no, is it fucking up again? Bro.
They found me then. No. Too late.
Wait for it. 5 fucking times? What the actual fuck is going on right now? And the actual shout out never came out. What? Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yes!
There it is. Okay, why is my mic fucking peaking now? God damn it, that's so annoying.
Sorry.
Let me actually just... Maybe the
What?
limiter?
It's bugged out when I got revived.
Hello?
Ah,
Hopefully it
I'm
works.
going the right way.
Look at this.
Alright, what if I bring this down to like, okay, there we go. There we go. -2. That's still
man, let's
peaking.
go.
I think like
Yeah,
-6.
literally.
Perfect. Alright, we're good. Sorry, I had to fix my audio because for some reason there was no limiter on OBS and it was peaking constantly. So, but we're back. We're good. It's still going. Is it done? Is it gonna go through his entire clip library? Are we good now? What is happening? What the fuck? Now, where's the clip player here? Shout clips. Okay. Service just really likes Arkham's clips. Well, this shit, the exact same thing happened before. And it wasn't just to Arkham, it was to everyone. It would just play clip after clip after clip after clip, and we only shouted out once. Like, Jesus. I hope the same thing's not happening again. That's annoying. I'm gonna refresh just to be sure. Alright. Hopefully we're good. Hi everybody. 'Tis I, a ghost on the internet. We show everyone else's streams on my stream. I don't have my own content. Your content is now my content. I'll make money off of you, you lucrative pieces of shit. You're mine now. I'm your pimp. You make money for me. Anyways. It's not a good reason, clearly. Alright. The night is young. Is it? I mean, kinda young. It's been 20 minutes now. Almost. 19 and a half minutes. I think it's about time we fucking do something, right? Hang out, do a thing, hang out. Lots of that. A lot of that. So much of that. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. We can do... I don't want to do, like, exclusively Abyssal Detective, because we do that a lot, right? And I like to keep that for Fear Fridays and stuff. But even then, maybe, like, deviate, do other stuff in the meantime? Like what, you may ask? I hear you say. Good question. Hold on, how is my audio right now? Is it good? Let me see if I can fix... It sounds like it's not bassy enough, but maybe that's a good thing. Let me just lower the... Hello? Oh! There we go, that works. Nice! Just a little bit, but it's enough. Enough to make a difference. That's all that matters. What do I do with my life? I ask you. You don't know. Why would you know? Is there anything else other than Abyssal Detective? I don't think so. You guys have ideas? Oh, actually, that's a pretty good one. Maybe we can check this out. The Internet's Darkest Videos 2. There was one before that, too, I guess. That was 9 days ago. It's on my feed for some reason. And you could have the flu for all I know. Well, I know for a fact I don't got that. So let's not jinx it. You know, that might be a bad idea. Please, don't jinx it. I beg of you. Yeah, we can do, Internet's Darkest Videos. Let's see what the hell comes up. I have a lot of things on my feed. I got, like, some lots of gaming stuff, obviously, but, like, horror games that I've never seen before, which is nice, because it actually gives me a lot of stuff to wishlist on Steam, specifically for Fear Fridays. Or even if we don't do Fear Friday, you know, other horror-related stuff. But yeah. Let's do the Internet's Darkest Videos. Why the hell not? I think it's a good start for today. If all we do is watch videos, that's fine. As long as today's a good day. Let's start recording for the ENVtubes. Because I'm probably going to make this into another React video too. Who knows? Alright, here we go. Hee-yo! Hold on now. I gotta show the screen. It's not showing up. Why? Oh, that's why. Boop. Yeah, Leona's here! And she's got way more viewers than I do. And she keeps saying she's a bad streamer. Guys, come on. You gotta tell her. She won't listen to me. She'll listen to you guys. I keep telling her, you're fucking doing better than I am. You got way more followers. You got way more viewers concurrently. Like, what do you want? And she keeps saying, no, I'm not that good. All those viewers aren't even my viewers. Like, what? How does that make sense? Support the waifu. Please. But don't forget to support me too. I'm here. I'm here too. So, I'm also looking for support. But also, please tell her that she's doing a good job because she's not listening to me. Either ways, by Vesper, Internet's Darkest Videos 2. I don't know, there's a 1 there somewhere. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we should start with 1. Maybe, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with 1. Well, hold up. Warning, this video contains flashing lights and content that some viewers may find distressing. It is intended for educational and documentary purposes. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned, chat. Ye have been warned. Man running through the streets for some reason. Unless we weren't looking at that. I don't know what we're looking at. It's coming. Oh, shit. I don't know what it is. Uh-huh. In Thailand, yes. That looks pretty good. You know what? It might help if you guys had actual fucking audio. Are you guys never going to tell me anything? Jeez. Here we go. The Internet's Darkest Videos 1. And then we'll watch 2 later. This video contains flashing lights and content that some viewers may find distressing. Okay, I couldn't read the rest of it, but you get the idea. We're focused on the bitrate? What do you mean? It's not that bad. It shouldn't be that bad. 1. It's coming. Godzilla.
It was December 26, 2004. Frederick Bornsand and his girlfriend Sarah were on vacation in Phuket, a popular tourist destination known for its beautiful beaches. Just the day before,
Where's
they
the
had
quality
celebrated
on
Christmas
HD,
in
really?
paradise. But soon, their peaceful stay would come to a sudden and terrifying end. Because around 8 o'clock in the morning, people began to notice something strange. It almost felt like the ground was shaking. But because of how subtle it was, people just brushed it off and went about their day. However,
wait, there was
shortly
an
afterwards,
earthquake?
an even stranger sight began to unfold. The ocean suddenly seemed to drain away.
Okay.
making the beach
No one's taking this warning? Really? Now it gets noticeable when the static is nasty, as should be expected. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. But, no, not sinkhole. The ocean is receding. You know what that means? Everyone here should know what that means. If the ocean is receding after a small earthquake, quote unquote, what does that mean? Yeah, no, he gets it. He's got
was
it, chat.
bigger and abound.
He understands.
The sight was surreal, drawing in curious onlookers who
Oh,
wanted to
shit.
explore
And we
the
actually caught this on
exposed
video,
beach.
too. Holy crap.
But it wouldn't stay this way for long. Meanwhile, Frederick and Sarah were swimming in their resort's pool, close to the
Idiots.
narrow-seated shore. This is when things started to go wrong.
Did
Frederick
they
noticed people
did they say when it was? Like what year? They should know.
running away from the beach.
I don't know if
One
it
man
said
in
anything.
particular shouted at them, saying, "Get up from the pool, get away."
Oh.
It all happened so fast.
Yeah, no
Frederick
shit.
initially thought it might be a attack, but after quickly returning to their hotel room, he realized what was really happening. The water had returned with a violent force, and the resort had been flooded. You see, the tremors felt
That didn't take very long, did it?
The distant echoes of a massive 9.1 magnitude earthquake
Ooh!
in the Indian Ocean. One of the
Oh,
strongest
shit.
ever recorded. And this earthquake had
A
triggered
9.1.
a tsunami.
Holy crap.
The water came back in a sort of flood, covering the pool and reaching the first floor of the hotel.
It's not so
It
much
was
the water
unsettling,
that'll kill you, it's
but
what's in
after
the
only
water
a few
that'll kill you.
minutes, the water receded again.
And the sheer amount of force.
As a
Oh, it
result,
came
many
back.
ventured back outside. Frederick, still concerned, went downstairs to check the situation and help with the cleanup. But what he
As
didn't
one
realize
should.
was that this was only the first wave. In a cruel twist of fate,
All
the
right.
initial flooding had given people a false sense of security, unknowingly drawing them into the path of the next catastrophic wave. While outside, Frederick met an elderly couple, Malcolm and Jane Boyd, on the floor beneath them, a dangerously low position. Frederick spoke to them from above, urging them to get to higher ground, but it was already too late.
Oh, Jesus.
The second wave struck with a brutal force. Within moments,
That's usually how
violent
it goes.
currents flooded the area and surrounded the
crap.
couple.
I hope they got out all right. Context. The following... Okay, hold up. I don't know how long they're going to show this, so I'm just going to read it. The following video shows the incident involving Malcolm and Jane, who are holding on to a railing... What is that? A railing... Blurred bottom level. Okay. Why is it so blurry? Is it so hard to make clear, concise writing so that I can read clearly? They're surrounded. And Frederick trying to help them. Top level. Hello, Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Note. Sarah remained in her and Frederick's hotel room at the time of this recording, unaware of what was taking place. I see. Okay, there he is. He's trying to save the elderly family. The elderly couple.
Frederick, just 7 feet away, reached out, but he wasn't close enough. He could only watch as the couple were swept away.
Oh, fuck. That fucking sucks.
Soon, the waves engulfed the entire resort, tearing the building apart. As the water rose around him, Frederick realized that now he was in grave danger too.
Uh-huh.
In an attempt to escape, he went back inside at the hotel lobby, but the lobby flooded rapidly. Soon, the water was just a foot from the ceiling. Even inside, the current was overpowering, and Frederick was dragged into the water. There was nothing he could do to stop the waves from tearing him from the building and stranding him in the middle of the raging tsunami.
Holy crap.
This was the end.
Dude, tsunamis are no joke, man. You would think, like, oh, tidal waves are so bad, or, you know, but tsunamis are worse. Because it's not just a big wave, it's a current, a massive flood of water that instantly takes everything. And if there's something in that water, it's no longer there. It's gone. And if you fall in that water, anything that's in that water will tear you to shreds. And that includes any building you slam into on the way. Thousands upon thousands of pounds of water slamming everything in their path. Exactly. It is no joke, man. But have you ever heard of rogue waves? Now, since we're on the subject of water, you know what a rogue wave is? That shit's nuts. You see those videos of like ships sailing the ocean, and then there's like a massive drop, and they just dive. That's part of the rogue wave. It's like a bunch of kinetic energy in the water that converges all into one point. You know what? When you have a bunch of waves, and then when you add one wave to another wave, that wave doubles. Well, that's kind of what a rogue wave is like, except it goes both ways. You get the energy that brings the water down, and the energy that brings the water up, and they all converge all at once, and then you get massive 100 feet waves. And then I see ships sailing the ocean. They run into those waves. That's insane. It's scary. The ship is falling. It's like it's that bad. It's falling, and then it has to get out of the whole wave, like the I don't know what you call it, the divot in the water. I guess I don't know. Either ways, rogue waves are nuts. They're absolutely massive, like way bigger than the ships themselves.
Frederick was in the midst of the deadliest tsunami in recorded history. A
Yeah, this was
catastrophic
actually pretty
series of
recent, I
waves
think.
that ravaged coastlines all across the Indian Ocean. But then, through the chaos, he saw something. The
Oh.
top of a tree. Frederick
Oh.
managed to grab a hold of its branches and clung onto them as
Wait,
the
did he
waves
survive?
destroyed everything around him. Frederick clung to that tree through the entirety of the tsunami, waiting for the
Oh,
water
shit.
to finally recede. And eventually, it did.
Holy crap! Look at that damage. Just flattened the entire city.
Miraculously, he survived the catastrophe.
Well,
His
that's
girlfriend
good.
Sarah also made it through.
Can't say the same for the
But
old
not
couple, though.
everyone was so fortunate. In the aftermath, Frederick set out to find the elderly couple who had been swept away. He found Malcolm, barely conscious, and with the help of two others, pulled him from the receding waters. Malcolm survived, but tragically, Jane, his wife, did
Oh,
not.
man. Stop.
Jane was
Guys,
among the 200.
stop doing this shit to me, man. I got a waifu now. You're gonna make me want to not lose her ever again. I mean, I don't, obviously, but he's just making it worse. He's making me think about it now. Stop it. It's so bad.
127,000
Holy
lives
shit.
that were claimed by the Indian Ocean tsunami.
Ouch.
14 countries were hit, with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand being the most affected. Over 5 million people were injured or in need of care,
Jeez.
with almost 2 million being left homeless. Entire communities and cities were wiped out, forcing survivors to rebuild their homes and their lives while grieving the loss of loved ones. Banda Aceh was hit the hardest.
Oh. Oh my god. That just
Here, according
flattened,
to the
dude.
NOAA, waves reached heights of up to 167 feet, and the water surged
2004?
miles inland.
Okay.
61,000 people, 20% of the city's
right.
population.
Dude, I fucking hate this. I hate what YouTube has done to the people of this country, of this world. It's so annoying. You can't say killing. You can't say bleeding. You can't say anything like that that would be unacceptable to ads. to ad companies. It's so fucking ridiculous. And then they have to find new and creative ways to censor around that. It's honestly really fucking annoying. You know what's even worse? I've seen porn on YouTube. Porn ads. I am not even kidding. I'm not making this up. I completely forgot to report it. Actually, no, I reported it. And I completely forgot to take a picture or like a screen cap and post that shit on Twitter and social media. Because that was legit. And it was AI. So already fucking stupid. And second of all, straight up titties out. And it was for a fucking gotcha game. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, YouTube, what the fuck is going on, dude? We can't have VTubers on YouTube. Oh, but AI ads with porn in them. That flies. That's perfectly fine. Like, are you kidding me? I remember specifically, I was just scrolling YouTube and then I got the ad in not like recommendeds, but like in related videos to what I was watching. It was just there. It's like, what the fuck? Straight up. Like a realistically depicted woman, AI generated, straight up, tits out, and it was about a gotcha game. I had to do a fucking double take. Like, what the fuck was that? I reported it right away, but honestly, I should have just taken a screen grab and then put it on social media. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, YouTube? You're letting this shit go through, but VTubers are too risque? Like, what the fuck? That sentence is one of the most of all time. Yeah, well, it's for a reason, I guess. Oh, like, that's so ridiculous. And yet, people who are making videos have to censor themselves so much just to get around the YouTube algorithms. As if it's bad, oh, your video won't get promoted, even though you just said fuck like once. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, back.
In response, countries around the world gave $13.5 billion in aid to the devastated coastlines. But despite these massive recovery efforts, some losses, like the lives taken, can never be replaced.
Yep. It sucks, man. Patong Beach. And fuck it. I know that's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it, so get over it. What is this bit rate? Oh my god. There's actually plenty of videos about the event. Holy crap. There's more than I thought. Oh, that's... I'm sorry. I didn't know I could do that. Press space and it made the thing disappear. Either ways, that was horrifying. Just a guy literally running from a massive wave of water. That's like action movie shit, dude. Holy crap. So many people were filming that day. That one there's in Thailand. And again, I'm so happy I live in central Canada. I don't have to deal with this shit. What is going on with my dropped frames, man? Why am I dropping frames left and right? What is going on? $3,800 frames already dropped. Why? Is this because I'm streaming to the YouTubes as well? Hold on. I'm actually kind of curious now. What does this look like? Hold on, let me go live. Stream health is good. That's healthy. Alrighty. I'll take your word for it. How's she doing? Got even more viewers now. Stop complaining, you dingleberry. Holy crap, dude. Why is it dropping so many fucking frames? Like, if I drop the quality anymore, we won't be able to see the fucking video, dude. You know what? I'll do it anyways, just because. I'll put it down to like 480p. God damn. Let's see if this helps. The quality of these videos is not great. Ooh, that's massive. Sri Lanka. Okay. I'm not dropping frames anymore. Fucking better not. After the tsunami, Frederick and Sarah returned to Sweden, grateful to be home. I don't doubt it. In 2009, Frederick shared his story in the documentary Tsunami Caught on Camera, offering a first-hand account of the devastation. Then, in 2024, Frederick and Sarah, now married, appeared on CNN's Violent Earth, revisiting their story 2 decades after the disaster. God damn. Yeah, so the whole tsunami was in 2004. Jeez. And they got old. 2. The walls are closing in. I don't like the sounds of that.
James, this is the Arlington Police Department. We need you to move away from your front door. James, stay away from your front door.
What?
Stay away from your front door, James.
What is happening?
James Yu was a man overwhelmed by paranoia, convinced there was a plot to assassinate him. He believed everyone around him was part of a grand conspiracy.
Oh, so he was psychotic. I guess I don't know the actual terminology there. Sorry, what was it when you're delusional, I guess? You suffered from paranoid delusions. Maybe it's schizophrenic, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very specific thing. It's not just like psychosis or schizophrenia or, any of that stuff. It's a specific thing. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. This particular neurological condition related to specifically believing others are after you like that? Yeah. I'll look it up. Me! Editing me! Put it up on screen if I know what it is now. Good job, man. Moving on.
You see, over the years, James went through some hard times, which seemed to fuel his suspicions of those close to him. The death of his mother in 1992, losing his job in 2003, and his problems with alcohol, which worsened as a result. But the turning point came in 2015, when James was involuntarily admitted to a hospital during alcohol withdrawal. His wife and sister had pushed for his admission to the hospital against his will, leaving him feeling deeply betrayed. As the man's suspicions grew, so did the strain on his marriage, leading it to a bitter divorce in 2017. These struggles fanned the flames of his mistrust, leaving James convinced he was being targeted. In the years that followed, across various social media platforms...
Yeah, usually, at least specifically for me, it's like there's a trigger. and then a specific event just festers and grows in their mind until eventually it spirals into paranoia like that. Yeah. Paranoid personality disorder? Is that it, really? I guess it would make sense, but it's not really a personality. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
Platforms like YouTube, James began making some rather disturbing accusations.
He became a YouTuber. Oh god, there's fire everywhere. Characterized by constant, unending paranoid delusions. It has no off switch. It's just constantly hitting the nitros, lighting his brain on fire with paranoia. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't know if that's exactly what he had, but that's definitely one thing that he could have had. Huh. All right. This guy really is delusional.
James became convinced his neighbors, a family of 4 who shared a duplex
Of
with
course.
him, were
Why not?
undercover agents. He believed one of them was actually a former co-worker in disguise from his previous job as head of security for a telecom company, where he was fired. He thought
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
of
spying
course.
on him, trying to make sure he didn't leak confidential information. But his accusations didn't end there. Most bizarrely, he also believed his sister, an ex-wife, were a witch and an alien.
Oh, okay.
In James's mind, no one was who they said they were. He claimed they're all part of a plot to assassinate him on December 7th, 2023, and that they planned to make it look like he had taken his own life.
Did he
In
do
the
it, though?
days leading up to December 7th, James's behavior became increasingly
Did they go through with it?
He covered his windows with black garbage bags and wrapped toilet paper around the trees in his yard. Then, on December 4th, James's
Yeah.
unsettling behavior came to a head. He
He's
tossed
already
garbage
lost.
all over his front yard and threw clothes out his window. Little did anyone know what was about to unfold.
Hmm.
Hours later, he began firing flares outside for no apparent reason.
Arlington County Police!
Huh.
Stop shooting the flares!
Stop fucking doing that! Jesus Christ! What are you doing? Alright.
Eventually, the police arrived at James's house, ordering him to stop, concerned he might harm someone.
Mr. Yu, can you hear me? Mr. Yu!
He told you to stop
But despite
doing
the
that!
command, he continued firing.
No.
Fearing the situation could escalate,
Doesn't care.
his neighbors were evacuated, and more officers arrived with a search warrant.
James, Arlington Police, come to the front door with your hands up. Do it now. We have your building surrounded. You're not leaving. Come to the door now with your hands up and surrender.
But James
Nah, he
refused
ain't doing
to
that.
let them in. And so, with him being uncooperative, and
He's
his front door
completely
locked,
gone
the police
by now.
decided to breach the entrance.
James, this is the Arlington Police Department. We need you to move away from your front door. James, stay away
Also,
from your front
I have never seen a thing like this be used before. That's so specific. I feel like this would actually worsen his condition. Most likely. Like, I guarantee this is all that's going through his mind right now. They're all here for me. They're all against me. This entire world. No, I get it. But, like, you can't just leave it like that. If it makes it worse or not, they have to get him. There is no, there's no exception here.
door. Stay away from your front door, James. Stay away from the front door, James. The Arlington Police Department.
Shots fired, eh?
Gunshots echoed from inside the home. This marked a serious escalation, and James was now seen as a significant threat. To
Well, yeah,
hopefully
no
force
shit.
him out and surrender before anyone would get hurt, pepper spray and tear gas were deployed into the home.
Hmm.
But James still refused to emerge. Next, officers prepared to break through his front window, which was blacked out with garbage bags. But before they could shatter the glass, something else did.
Oh. Oh! Motherfucker! He just blew himself up. Holy shit! If I can't have freedom, then I won't have life. Or something like that. I won't let you guys get me, even if I have to die. And then just blows himself up. Solves everyone's problems. There, problem solved. He no longer has paranoid delusions, and everyone is free of him for life. Didn't have to take the building with him, but, you know. That is a massive explosion, though. If I can't have me, nobody will. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there were cops on the lawn, too. Oh. What did he blow himself up with? Was it C4 or was it like homemade stuff? There's no way he survived that.
Deadly home explosion in Arlington, Virginia.
Police say they found 2 shotguns, a handgun, and 2 flare guns in the rubble of the house.
A closer look of what's left following that explosion. I want to show you what's right there. Just rubble.
When the flames
Yeah,
were extinguished
I can
and the
see
thick
that.
smoke finally cleared, investigators searched the rubble of the duplex, where they found the cause of the explosion. Up to 35 gallons of gasoline stored in James's basement. Within the
Oh.
wreckage, they also found James Yu, dead at 56.
Well, yeah,
After
I
a
would assume
thorough
so.
And comprehensive investigation was conducted. Our investigators determined the incident was an intentional act by the decedent and has been classified as incendiary.
The ATF concluded that James intentionally ignited the explosion. While his exact motivations are unclear, it's speculated that he deliberately lured officers to the scene and then triggered the blast to cause maximum harm. He may have also been targeting the neighbors he believed were spies.
He just
But
want
if
to
this
get
was
everyone
James'
who
sinister
is
plan,
coming for
he
him
failed.
and
While
get
some
them
people
out.
did sustain minor injuries,
Kill
no one
them,
was
if you
seriously
will.
hurt or killed. He was the only casualty. Although the explosion
Well, that's good.
did succeed,
At least it was
in
only
wreaking
just him.
havoc. At least 10 nearby homes were damaged, and his neighbors in the duplex, the family of 4 he believed were spies, lost everything when their home was destroyed. Fortunately, a GoFundMe campaign raised nearly $250,000 to
Good.
help them recover. Following the incident, all of James'
It's really
social
shitty when
media
stuff like that
accounts were
happens.
quickly suspended. Yet, surprisingly, a new YouTube channel appeared shortly afterward, with the user claiming to be James and insisting he was still alive.
Yeah, I don't
stating
think so.
He wasn't even home during the explosion.
An account with a similar handle.
A different
But
James.
its only 2 videos were posted Tuesday morning, several hours after the explosion.
Though likely just a fake account, it did leave
Yeah.
behind even more questions. Many have speculated
Either a
about
fake
James'
account
disturbing story,
or
but much
just
of
a
it,
different
like
person
his
entirely.
motivations for targeting the police, remains a mystery. One thing, however, is clear. James Yu was a deeply troubled man, consumed by paranoid beliefs, beliefs that ultimately led to his demise.
Again, I mentioned this before, and I remember specifically because I was editing this video earlier today. But you can't blame everyone for their actions completely. At least not if they're mentally impaired like he was. Like, he needed medical help. Like, psychological help. Straight up. I don't think what he did was good. I don't think what he did was smart. But I think what he did had a reason. I don't blame him for resorting to that. I blame him for not seeking help. It's still a horrible situation for everyone involved. But again, you can't blame people for the mental illness that they have. I'm sorry, that's how I see the things. Like, I'm not gonna go up to someone and say, "You got downs, fuck you." That would just be fucking mean, right? It's like at some point there's a line that you have to draw where, like, okay, there's separation from the mental illness they're having and the reason they're going through all that they're doing, and also the person themselves. I'm sorry, that's just how I see it. So yeah, no, don't quote me on that. Do not clip that and just have that one thing. Please don't. That would be horrible for my career. But that's all I'm saying. Like, I would never say that. Uh-oh. Protect and serve.
On January 18th,
Arizona?
2016, Daniel Shaver was staying at the La Quinta Hotel in Mesa, Arizona. He was on a business trip as part of his work in pest control. That evening, Daniel was in his room sharing drinks with two acquaintances he'd recently met in the hotel. It was an ordinary night, but one that would soon take a devastating turn.
Okay.
You see, at some point, one of them noticed a strange case in the corner of the room. Inside was a pellet gun that Daniel used for his job, and he decided to show it to them. But in doing so, Daniel made a critical mistake. He pointed the gun out the window, unaware that his actions would soon set off a tragic chain of events. Because to the guests on the ground outside, the gun looked real. As a result, 911 was called.
Really, dude? What guests? Like, who the fuck is walking outside of the hotel looking up directly at the hotel? Like, what? Jesus Christ.
911 emergency.
Hi, I'm with the La Quinta at...
It's a hotel employee.
I'm an employee here. They come to me and they told me that somebody's pointing a rifle outside of one of the windows in our building.
In response,
for fuck's sakes,
arrived outside Daniel's room, believing
man's gonna die, isn't he?
An armed man. Yet Daniel, now intoxicated, was unarmed and likely unaware of why the officers were there.
Wait, so how long did it take between showing them the pellet gun and then getting fucking hammered? Like, where was the in-between here? How long did it take for them to call the cops and tell them that there's a guy with a fucking gun, and then the cops had to drive all the way from the police station all the way to the hotel, and by that point, he's fucking hammered? Like, what? Sounds like a really fishy story. The following body camera footage shows the distressing encounter between Daniel Schaefer, Monique Portillo, and 6 Mesa police officers. Your discretion is advised. Note, Luis Nunez had left the room prior to this recording. All right.
Listen to my instructions, or it's going to become very uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
have a failure for you to comprehend simple instructions. I'm going to go over some of them again, okay? Can you both hear?
It's unclear why the sergeant made this remark. It's likely due to his earlier commands for the pair to leave the room, which weren't immediately acknowledged. However, it's uncertain whether they actually heard him at the time. Oh, okay, so the police is being incredibly aggressive, even though they don't look like they have any guns. To be fair, they might have guns somewhere, but they don't know that.
An understanding?
Yes.
All right. If you make a mistake, another mistake, there's a very severe possibility you're both going to get. Do you understand that? Yes.
I do.
Yes. All right. What the? This is shut up. I'm not here to be tactful or diplomatic with you. You listen, you obey.
Okay.
Did I tell you to move, young man? Did I tell you to put both your hands on the top of your head and interlace your fingers? Take your feet and cross your left foot over your right foot. Who else is in the room? Nobody. If you move, we're going to consider that a threat, and we are going to deal with it, and you may not survive it. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Young lady, shut up and listen.
The officer then instructed Monique Portillo to crawl toward him, and she did so without any problems. But Daniel's encounter ended it differently.
Okay, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me? You are to put both of your hands palm down straight out in front of you. Push yourself up to a kneeling position. I said keep your legs crossed! Sorry. I didn't say this in conversation. Hands in the air! Hands up in the air! You do that again, we're you. Do you understand? Then listen to my instruction. I'm trying to do what you don't talk, listen! Hands straight up in the air.
Jeez.
Put your hands down for any reason. You think you're gonna fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your back or down. We are going to shoot you. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Crawl.
Again, to be fair, they are under the impression that someone has a firearm. Though, to be fair, again, I'm working both sides here. What? Is the right to bear arms fucking legal in the US? What the hell's going on here, dude? No, the cop is way too fucking aggressive, I agree. But, like, isn't the right to bear arms legal? The cop is doing way too fucking much right now. The piece of shit. I think he's... I'm just gonna talk for him at this point. I think he's just fucking scared, dude. He's horrified that the smallest amount of conflict will get him and his team killed. But, come on. Going a little fucking overboard here. Come on, man.
Crawl towards me. Crawl towards me.
26-year-old Daniel Shaver was shot 5 times, dying almost instantly.
Bro, come on.
Scared and confused, Daniel faced 6 armed officers, all pointing their guns at him. He was given complicated instructions and was told he would be killed if he failed to comply, commands that were shouted aggressively by an officer who further escalated an already tense situation. Meanwhile, Daniel, who again was heavily intoxicated, luckily didn't even fully grasp what was happening. Under the immense stress, it's no surprise he struggled to follow their commands. Their final order was that Dan crawl toward them on his hands and knees, but as he tried to do so, his shorts began to slip and fall down. Without thinking twice, Daniel instinctively reached for his waistband to pull them up. a movement tragically misinterpreted by one of the officers as a threatening action.
Man, they were all way too on edge. Like, I get it, there's possible gun in the area that could be fired at them. But like, again, they said a rifle. Why would you reach into your waistband for a rifle? Like, maybe they had more than one gun, sure. I'll give you that. But like, bro. These guys were way too on edge for no reason. They were complying with everything.
By Officer Philip Brailsford, who claimed he believed the man was reaching for a weapon.
What was going through my mind when that happened was that he was performing a weapons check.
But upon further investigation, officers found no firearms on Daniel, only 2 pellet guns in his room. Brailsford was let go from the Mesa Police Department and was charged with second-degree murder and reckless manslaughter, although these charges didn't hold.
Wait, was he the one yelling the orders? Because if that's the case, then yeah. Lost his job for a reason. But no. That's fucking stupid. The guy yelling the fucking orders and escalating the situation way more than it had to. He should have lost his job. Not this guy. He only did his job.
He was ultimately acquitted and found not guilty. After his acquittal, Brailsford challenged his firing and also claimed the whole incident had left him with PTSD. Following this, he was able to negotiate a deal to be temporarily rehired by the Mesa Police Department, which allowed him to then retire with a lifelong disability pension in 2019. Sergeant Charles Langley, the officer heard shouting commands in the video,
this guy
retired shortly after the shooting and moved to the Philippines.
I looked at him and I just thought, gun. I remember that at that point I thought that we were going to get, I thought I was going to get shot. I thought, I was yelling at him.
Meanwhile, Dan's family was left.
Bro. Meanwhile, he just retired peacefully and went to the Philippines. Jesus fucking Christ. You're the reason it escalated so fucking far. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Left to pick up the pieces. Daniel left behind a grieving wife and 2 young children. His family would later sue the city, with his wife and parents settling for $8 million and $1.5 million respectively. But no amount of money could ever make up for the injustice of Daniel's death, or the cruelty so clearly displayed in Brailsford's body camera footage, one of the darkest videos in human history.
Hello, Aqua. Welcome in. Oh, bear.
Would you have listened?
That's always bad. A grisly encounter, eh? Uh-oh.
It was April 22nd, 2008, the day Stephen Miller was going to film his promotional.
You seen this video?
You see,
we're just watching it for the first time here.
An exotic animal trainer. And for this promo video, he was about to wrestle a bear.
A what? Are you fucking insane? We talked about this. Guys, we talked about this during the first reaction video. A bear will fuck you up. It will eat you alive. Literally. It won't even kill you before it starts peeling flesh off your bones. Sure as fuck hope it's not a wild bear. Even then, though, that thing's fucking heavy as shit. That falls on you, you're dead.
This bear was Rocky.
Rocky.
A 700-pound grizzly. A bear his cousin, Randy Miller, had raised. Randy ran a facility called Predators in Action, which housed Rocky, alongside various other creatures he had trained. This is Randy filling in
trained, quote unquote. Sure. Just like the chimpanzees that you have as pets are trained. Even though they can still fucking rip your face off at a moment's notice because they got panicked. They're still wild fucking animals, dude.
For Will Ferrell's character in the movie Semi-Pro, a wrestling Rocky who's playing Dewey at the Killer Bear. Only weeks after this movie had been released, Steven was about to wrestle the bear too.
At least it's not a wild bear, but I don't see this ending well.
Spent the morning bonding with Rocky in preparation for their scene together. By this point, there weren't any problems. So before long, the crew set up their cameras and Steven and Rocky took their positions. The plan was simple. Begin with a few shots of the pair standing side by side, then start the face-off. Of course, this wasn't a real wrestling match. Steven wasn't actually meant to be attacked by the bear, but it was supposed to look that way. Nonetheless, with everything set, the cameras began to roll.
Oh boy.
Now, at first, everything seemed to be going according to plan.
That camera guy looked really scared.
This was expected, given how restless these animals
Yeah.
naturally are.
They seem very
And Rocky
scared.
specifically was very playful, which also made him somewhat unpredictable. A characteristic that was about to become a major problem.
The following video contains distressing content. Viewer discretion is advised. You're about to get fucking killed, bro! I can tell already.
Steven was pulled to the ground. Within an instant, the staged attack became a real one. Panicked, Randy rushed in with a cane, frantically swinging it at Rocky, desperate to free his cousin. But each hit only seemed to make Rocky more aggressive, who began Steven. Randy then tried to physically pry open the bear's jaws, but it was no use.
Why would no? Can't do that. A bear's bite force is way too fucking hard for that. Bruh. A wild animal is always a wild animal. The only true... Even then, I wouldn't even say dogs are, like, truly domesticated, but, like, dogs are the closest thing to probably the most domesticated animal in the world, I think. Dogs and cats. And even then, they're fucking do whatever they want sometimes. But a bear? A fucking bear. Bruh.
Immediately tossed away. Rocky was out of control. As the situation escalated, two trainers ran in with pepper
The demon
spray
inside
and
took
unleashed
over.
the bear. Thankfully, this actually worked. Stunned by
There
the
we go.
harsh spray, finally, Rocky let go of Steven and ended his attack. Steven managed to
Some animals are domesticating themselves in other parts of the world. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but I do agree that some animals are losing the fear of humans. For example, in, like, what was it, in Africa or is it South America? I can't remember. There's, like, monkeys are taking advantage of tourists and going into their bags and getting their food and stuff like that. They are no longer afraid of humans. And that's actually kind of a bad thing. Because it's dangerous for us. But I don't know what you mean by self-domesticating, though.
get to his feet and stumble away, but it was clear the damage was already done. His neck was badly...
Ooh.
The bleeding wouldn't stop, and he couldn't breathe. Quickly, he collapsed and lost consciousness.
He's heavily from his neck. We're trying to get him into the car. We need someone here immediately. Still has not regained consciousness.
Okay. As long as he's breathing.
He's not breathing anymore.
He's not breathing anymore?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of ironic though. He's still bleeding? Yeah, no, he's bleeding from the neck. He can't do anything. Okay, well, as long as he's still breathing. Well, he's not breathing. He's not breathing? No. Fuck. Well, he's screwed. I'm sorry. I can't really do anything about that. I guess cats did that way back in time. They came to humans because they know they had food. Maybe. I mean, wouldn't it technically be the same for wolves too? Because we didn't necessarily domesticate wolves. We kind of trained them not to attack us because they knew that we had food for them. We didn't really domesticate them. We pretty much just kind of trained them like, hey, we have food for you that we will give you if you don't hunt us. That's how that worked. Oh yeah, so that is an actual thing. Cats just straight up came to humans because humans had food. So I guess maybe it is similar. Or when you remember, fox and tigers are doing something similar. Oh, well, foxes are fucking adorable. I love foxes. I don't know if I told you guys, but I lived somewhere else in the same town, but a different kind of area. And in that apartment, there's kind of like a foresty area behind us, and every now and then we'd get some foxes that came in onto the road near the apartment, specifically during winter, because I feel like it was a little bit harder for them to find food, so they kind of had to spread out a little bit more to find food. But yeah, every now and then, and we looked up like, oh man, I want to feed the foxes. I want to know what they do. So I went up and looked online. Oh, they eat fucking anything. It didn't take much time. We looked it up. Oh, foxes will eat nearly anything. Oh, okay. Well, nothing to worry about then. We're not gonna, kill the fox accidentally by giving it food that it can't eat. Don't really have to worry about that too much. So we just got wieners, some sausages, and we went outside. We just fed the foxes a little bit. They were obviously apprehensive and scared of us. They got kind of close though. Weren't like petting distance close, but pretty close, which is nice. I fucking love foxes. The one fox that came over, we called him Johnson. That's right. His name is Johnson. For what reason? I don't fucking know. We just called him Johnson. But yeah, we for I think like 3 years or so, they kept coming back. We kept feeding them whenever we saw them outside, so that was nice. I actually got some video on my phone, old phone. I don't think I have the video anymore. It was a while, but yeah, I love foxes. Foxes are awesome. Tigers, on the other hand, are a little bit more dangerous. What with they can fucking eat you whole. Yeah. So some bears in the USA are doing that. I don't know if they're domesticating. I would not say domesticating in front of a bear. I think just they're taking advantage of the fact that we have food. They're definitely not self-domesticating. They know we have food, so they will come to us for that food. If we get in their way of the food, they will fucking kill us anyways and then take the food. I think that's dangerous. If they're abusing us for the food, that's dangerous. That's not okay. And that's why they tell you not to feed the bears whenever you go camping and stuff like that, because it attracts more bears to that location, and then it puts everyone else in danger. It's just kind of a bad thing for everyone involved at that point. It's nice of you that you looked it up first. By the way, bread isn't the best thing for birds. Yeah, I know, because bread isn't naturally occurring. It's not good for it. So seeds, if you're going to be feeding birds, seeds are always better than bread because bread isn't naturally occurring, and their bodies don't necessarily know how to digest it. So, just a little tidbit for you guys. Learning how to operate with another species in a non-violent way. Well, sometimes it's violent. They don't turn to violence unless they have to. Don't want to risk expending energy They may not get back. Can't risk starving. No, they do if they risk dying in the process, or if they risk getting hurt. If they look at us and they see, oh, this motherfucker can't fucking defend himself, they're gonna fucking kick us. They're gonna kick our ass. So be careful regardless. You're referring to specific bears, okay, that will walk to humans with babies, get food, and walk away. They eat the babies? Is it because it's because they're mothers that they see, oh, they're taking care of someone, they can take care of me kind of thing? Maybe that's why. I wouldn't trust it regardless, because it's a fucking bear, and it's a wild animal. But, yeah. Either ways, be careful regardless. With wild animals, they're never completely domesticated. They're always still wild animals out there. So keep it close. Keep it careful. Back to the bleeding man.
The crew called 911 and tried to administer first aid, but it was already too late. Rocky's powerful jaws had Stephen's jugular vein and carotid artery. Within just minutes, Stephen was gone.
Jeez.
Stephen is remembered as a dedicated family man. His tragic death left his wife a widow and his children without their father.
That sucks, man.
Every day we talked. He called me every night to check on me, to see how I was doing, because he knew I lived real remote, up on top of this mountain with these animals.
As with many animal attacks, some argue that Rocky...
Wild bears often attack if they don't have the feeling they may get trapped somewhere, and those are very dangerous too. Yes, agreed. I agree with that. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know enough about wildlife, animals, and bears to be able to give you guys information about this, but I can tell you, based on logic, common sense, and, just thinking for myself for 2 seconds, that it's a bad idea to, go out and feed wild bears. Just, off the top of my head, it seems like a bad idea. That's all I'm saying.
Rocky should be euthanized, but Randy defended the bear, insisting it was never Rocky's intent to kill. It was simply...
Well, it fucking did. Like, why... It was supposed to be a playful fight. No, but it still fucking killed him. Was that supposed to be playful too? Like, I get it, but you only kill something if you have intent to eat. Boars just want you dead, doesn't matter what's going on. Yeah, no, boars are fucking ruthless. Boars are just fucking evil, dude. Did you know that if, like, a domesticated pig, just like a random pig, if you put them out in the wild, they will eventually evolve back into boars? Like wild boars, they'll grow tusks and everything. It's so weird. I don't know if evolve is the right word there, but they'll definitely, like, eventually turn back into wild boars. It's weird. Actually, bears are just that strong. It may have been playful intent, but it may have just been careless with its strength. Either ways, don't use your jaw, man. I don't care. To be fair, it's these guys' fault. They're the ones who got the fucking bear to kill the guy. If they didn't have that fight to begin with, never would have died. Whose fault is it really? Is it the bear who has no idea how strong he is? Or, well, to be fair, what was it? The grizzlies started attacking, like, aggressively. And then they were telling it to stop. and it got even angrier and started attacking more. So honestly, I think the bear is to be at fault here. I think maybe, okay, to be fair, the blame can be put on pretty much everyone in this situation. I think that's, we can all agree on that. Fighting a bear, fucking stupid, don't do that. But by how they described it, I don't know. I think the bear kind of knew and just went a little too hard on purpose. I don't know. I can't tell. Honestly, I can't tell.
A tragic accident.
I don't think he tried to kill him. So I don't blame him for that.
Ultimately, authorities decided to spare Rocky's life, though
Oh,
under
yeah?
strict conditions. He was banned from working in films or television.
Well, yeah. Obviously. I think that goes without saying.
And was to be kept isolated, with only trainers allowed near him. But despite what happened, Randy continued to fight for Rocky's rights, believing that's what Steven would have wanted.
This is News 7 at 5.
Oh. News 7 at 5. Pick a number, you fucking indecisive freaks.
Okay, not sure what happened there. We will, of course, let you know as soon as we find out.
And what happened next is nothing short of horrific.
No one really...
I forgot that was supposed to be in a movie. Rocky could have killed Will Ferrell. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... I think it's a good thing that he didn't do that movie. I think it's better that way. Never underestimate the smallness of an animal. There are animals in this world, for example in Australia, that are as small as your thumb, that are poisonous. The one little bite is enough. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying like size is all that matters. But I completely agree. Australia fucking sucks. I think we've all come to that conclusion by now. I think everyone agrees Australia fucking sucks. And not just for the kangaroos and the koalas, fucking stupid little bastards. But yeah. Australia has good sides too. Well, I mean, it looks good. It looks pretty on paper. But then everything there wants to kill you, including rocks. Like, isn't there... Actually, we're gonna have to look at that. I don't know if I can find them, but there's a channel that has really good fucking shorts. I'll see if I can find it after this, because man, they're funny.
Knew the real Vesta Flanagan.
A North Carolina soldier has been killed in Iraq.
At the WDBJ news station, he worked under the name Bryce Williams. On camera, he appeared confident and professional, a seasoned reporter who had even worked as a news anchor.
Well, taiko is a Japanese word that means drum, and a group called the Taiko Project.
Pretty good. Nicely done.
Type of an argument.
But beneath the surface, he was spiraling out of control, and it didn't
Really?
take long for the cracks to show.
Is that right? You're gonna show us those cracks?
Within only months of being hired, he became known for his short temper, and his relationships with co-workers began to deteriorate. As he grew increasingly volatile and angry, arguments became more frequent, and soon, complaints about him started piling up at the station. His colleagues felt threatened, uncomfortable, unsure of what might set him off next. With tensions at an all-time high, and his work quality declining as well, management decided to let him go. Flanagan was fired in February 2013, less than a year after.
I mean, if he's gonna be problematic,
but Flanagan
I think
left
it's
not
deserved at that
quietly.
point.
When
WDBJ.
asked to leave, he protested and threw a fit, forcing the station to call the police. But even when officers arrived, Flanagan still refused to leave his chair. They had to physically pull him out of his seat and escort him from the building.
Okay, are you finished?
On his way out, Adam Ward, a cameraman who had prior issues with Flanagan, filmed the incident.
Okay, and you need to lose some weight, sir.
This enraged Flanagan even more, and he began insulting at him before
fuck?
flipping him off. Flanagan then threw a wooden cross at the news director, saying, "You'll need this," before finally being removed from the station. This was the breaking point. After this contentious firing, Flanagan snapped. In a fit of anger, he grabbed his 2 pet cats and killed them with his bare hands.
Okay.
But this was only the beginning.
That's just... If you resort to killing animals for no reason, might I add. Too fucking unstable for society. Please leave. What the fuck? His pet cats, which means when he killed them, or he never really cared about them that much to begin with, because he killed them. Like, why the fuck would you do that if you cared about the animal that you have? Right? Clearly a sociopath. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just... Either ways.
Flanagan believed he'd been treated unfairly and filed a complaint with the EEOC. He accused colleagues...
Unfairly? Motherfucker, you killed your own cats. I think it's perfectly fine that you got fired. I think the correlation is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never understand people who kill animals for no reason. Their animals, no less. Their pets.
Like Alison Parker of making racist and homophobic remarks towards him as a gay black man. But the comments he pointed to were open to interpretation, not clear insults. And since these claims couldn't be corroborated, they were ultimately dismissed. Frustrated by this outcome and convinced he was the victim of injustice, Flanagan decided he would take matters into his own hands.
Oh no. Roanoke, Virginia,
On the
USA.
morning of August 26, 2015, reporter Alison Parker and cameraman Adam Ward were filming a segment on live television. Alison was interviewing Vicky Gardner about an upcoming event. It seemed like an ordinary morning, but just outside the frame, something sinister was approaching. It was Vesta Flanagan, and
Huh? What happened? Did something happen? My viewers bought... Wait, really? I didn't even see them. Huh. Well, thank you. I didn't see them appear in chat or anything. Maybe they did and I just didn't pay attention enough. I'm sorry. Either ways, thanks, Ollie. Appreciate it.
surprisingly, no one seemed to notice. Vesta was carrying a phone.
Ah, too
filming
close!
the encounter,
Too close!
While also carrying something else.
Okay, not sure what happened there. We will, of course, let you know as soon as we find out what those sounds were from.
Sounds.
Sergeant Elmer Krause of Greensboro died in an ambush near Baghdad earlier this month. His body was found this week. His girlfriend got the life-changing...
Flanagan opened fire on all three of them. With 911 calls pouring in, Flanagan fled the scene, leaving them to bleed out. By this point, Flanagan was now driving a rented vehicle, trying to hide his identity while he was on the run. However, it didn't take long to track him down. At 11:20 a.m., officers spotted his car. But when they attempted to pull him over, Flanagan ignored them and sped away.
Wait, so he just
sparking
shot
a
them
police
while they were
chase.
live on air?
Although it didn't last long.
Police say the suspect in the Roanoke TV, 41-year-old Vester Lee Flanagan, was spotted driving a Chevy Sonic.
Less than 2 miles into this pursuit, Flanagan drove off the road and crashed his car. Surrounded by officers, he was caught. This was just too much for Flanagan. When the police approached his car, they found him with a self-inflicted... He was flown to hospital, but by 1:26 p.m., Vesta Flanagan was pronounced dead. Inside Flanagan's car, police found a wig, a to-do list, 3 license plates, 6 magazines of ammunition, and 17 stamped letters.
Jesus.
Adam's fiancée, Melissa.
Why am I dropping so many fucking frames, man? I haven't been streaming for more than an hour and a half. What the fuck is going on? Just finish the video and I'll see what I can do about that.
WDBJ was celebrating her last day at the station before starting a new job. Adam had planned to join her soon after. Melissa watched in horror as the shooting unfolded live on air, not knowing if Adam had even survived. But tragically, both Adam and Allison lost their lives.
Jeez.
Vicky was the sole survivor, though she had to endure a series of grueling surgeries and treatments, losing a kidney and part of her colon in the process.
And when he opened fire, it was still very difficult to even understand, to comprehend what was happening.
Hey everyone, I'm Allison Parker. Photojournalist Adam Ward and I are putting the final touches on our special report. Neglect is a form of child.
Adam and Allison are remembered for their kindness and vibrant personalities, and their deaths deeply affected everyone around them. Flanagan, on the other hand, is remembered only as the monster who took their lives away.
Jeez. Need to go now, Wolf. Alrighty. Thanks so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'll see if I can fucking fix this frame issue right now, but... Sorry if you can't hear me. Maybe the fact that I'm streaming someone else's chat right now is not helping either. Yeah, again, she's got 13 viewers. Stop complaining, babe. You're doing better than I am in every possible way. Hopefully that helps, because... Okay, there they are. I see them now. In my Twitch chat, I see the viewer bot. Yay! I want to see if I can find that, since we got talking about that. I guess it would be in my history. I remember watching one of them. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember. Either ways, they're shorts though, so it's gonna be quick. Assuming I can. Oh, there we go. Here's one. Yeah, all right. Here we go. This Chip, a young lad over here. I don't know how young he's. Probably younger than I am, anyways. Either ways, hilarious. We're gonna start. Oh God, is it? Yeah. All right, we're gonna look at the kiwi. This one actually kind of it made me wince.
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg. This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native to New Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see, this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the same family of flightless birds. However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the Kiwis' bloodline actually looked up a build guide before picking their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful. With all of his cousins speaking into speed, size, and some kind of offensive capability. So that leaves the question, what did the Kiwi pick to make up for not flying?
Fuck all.
Absolutely f***ing nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight.
Oh my, that's so fucking tiny and adorable. To be fair, I thought they were smaller than that before when I was a kid, but they're still pretty fucking small.
And 50 centimeters tall. This is
Look
because
at
Kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation of the Kiwi, because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over.
This scares me. You'll see why. Brace yourselves for this one.
You see, the Kiwi
if you don't know
birds'
already.
cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking hit your protein macros in one meal-sized eggs. And you would think that is because they are large. And you would be wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same
Yikes. Fucking yikes. Ostrich egg. Emu egg. Kiwi egg. Like my model is lagging. I'm not doing anything. Not lagging to me. How have I dropped so many fucking frames? Okay. You know what? I have deduced from this experiment today. I can't multi-stream at all, I guess. Streaming on YouTube is just gonna fucking kill me. So, yeah. I can't multi-stream anymore. The internet is dying. And it is all your fault. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. It's so fucking annoying. It's not even the worst of it. Hold up.
size. A kiwi bird lays eggs 20% the size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their...
That's fucked up. It can't breathe. It can barely eat. This shit, you might as well be fucking dead. For laying an egg. Kiwis got fucked over by evolution, man. Holy crap.
internal organs and stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery. This...
Yikes. Yeah, I'm just dropping frames left and right at this point. Hold up. What if I do this? Hey-ya! Am I still dropping frames now? Yes. The answer is always fucking yes. Bro, I haven't even been streaming for 2 hours, man. I've dropped over 20,000 frames. Why? Thank you for the hydrate. Jesus. What is happening? No delay so far. I can see it here. Every now and then it drops frames. Why? That's really annoying. Like, even my stream is on yellow right now. It's not even green. This is very annoying. Like, even now, what is happening? Could be worse. It's getting worse. As the stream goes on, it's just getting worse and worse. I wasn't dropping any frames at the start, but now all of a sudden I'm losing shit tons of frames every 2 seconds. You can have a mysterious crash report log for OBS as it's running. That's happened to me before. I have to fucking shut off my stream or something. Any background programs open right now? Well, I have Voice Meter, I have Voice Mod, I have Touch Portal, I have the multi-stream chat, I have VTube Studio, I have the throwing thing, and the browser, and Discord. You know, everything I always have open during stream. And most things that I need for stream. Otherwise, my streams don't work. None I am unaware of, no. Honestly, though, it's literally probably just the fact that I'm streaming on YouTube, too. This stream health is excellent, but it stutters. It's so annoying. And here on OBS, it says I've dropped 25,946 frames and counting. 26,000 frames. Yay! Why? There's something I can do so that OBS doesn't fucking count those? Besides model lag, notice nothing else going on. Not anymore. I'm not doing anything else. Shit's fucking infuriating. Hold on. Is there no way for me to lower the bitrate? Why not? I could do that shit before. Oh, it's because of my multi-stream setup, that's why. I would be able to lower the bitrate before, but since I'm streaming to 2 different places, the plugin is on, and it's preventing me from changing the bitrate specifically so the settings don't change. Gotcha. I don't know what you mean by model lag, though. Hold on. Show player. Want to see what I look like. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the whole stream is lagging. It's not just my model. I'm back. Hopefully the connection is better. Nope. It is indeed not better. Great. What the fuck do I do in this situation, man? I know what to do. Alright, YouTube. No one's here anyways. Fuck you, YouTube.